Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne. So, guys, we got to talk about it. We have to talk about this Cleveland Browns situation again. I wanted to wait to see what the joint practice between the Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns was going to look like. And unfortunately, we got our answer. Okay. And we got some clips from, the red zone where Bryce Young was going up against the Browns defense 1 and 7-on-7. So we'll go ahead and just, play some clips in the background. But the reality is the Cleveland Browns are not giving Shedeur Sanders a fair start, a fair shot in this quarterback competition, or just a fair shot to make the team. Okay. What the Cleveland Browns are doing is setting Shedeur up for disaster, setting him up for failure. Okay. Even Stephen A. Smith came out and said it on ESPN, and we'll play that clip, even though it goes against my better judgment because YouTube will strip the monetization if I do play that clip. But however, I think it's important to share that clip because at the end of the day, this is plantation politics. This is plantation politics. And nobody is really speaking about it from this point of view. Now, we know the game of football has definitely become political. The monetization of the game and whatnot has become political at all levels, even the high school level, even some of these traveling middle school teams. It's become politics. It's become favoritism. But the politics that are being played by the Cleveland Browns, I haven't quite seen anything like it before. I truly have not seen anything like it before, okay? And, that it's kind of sad to say. It's kind of sad to say because Shedeur Sanders, we all know, is a great player. We all know Shedeur can ball out. We all know if given the opportunity that he would ball out. But now I have to take you to the Cleveland Browns joint practice QB tracker. And again, 0 first team reps for Shedeur. And I thought they were going to throw him out there, which I thought was still unfair to throw him out there in the joint practice with no first team reps. I thought that would still be unfair. But the way they're not even giving him first team reps for the joint practice, and then will they give him first team reps after this preseason game into the rest of training camp? That's the question. Because the boy deserves first team reps. He deserves first team reps. I mean, he's practiced hard. He has the highest completion percentage in fall camp. He has the most touchdowns in fall camp. If he hasn't secured the job already, I don't know what did. But they gave reps to Tyler Huntley. They gave reps to Dillon Gabriel, who is supposed to be hurt with a hamstring injury. That's why I think the Dillon Gabriel hamstring injury is fake. That's why I think the Dillon Gabriel hamstring injury is fake. It's fake. He's not really injured. He might be hurt. He might be sore, but he's not injured. Okay? I mean, that's the reality. That's the reality. These dudes are not hurt. This is more plantation politics. Fake injuries from Pickett and Gabriel. Nobody even heard of Gabriel's hamstring injury. He hasn't even been running. He hasn't even been doing shit. He ain't working after practice, showing up 40 minutes early, leaving 40 minutes late like Shedeur has been. He hasn't been doing any of that. Okay? None of that. But you got Kenny Pickett here going 5 for 7. Gabriel 7 for 8. Sanders 4 for 7. Flacco 8 for 13. Tyler Huntley, Snoop Huntley 2 for 5. I mean, they signed Snoop, adding a 6th QB to the roster. And NFL teams usually only keep 3, 4 at the most. But now they've got a 6th QB. I mean, this is shaping up to be a complete sham. This was never a competition. It was a conspiracy. It was never a quarterback competition. It's a quarterback conspiracy. This QB tracker tells me everything I need to know. You still got Pickett and Gabriel and Huntley getting reps. Gabriel getting more reps than Shedeur, and Pickett getting the same amount of reps as Shedeur, even though he's supposed to be the most injured out of all of the quarterbacks. So Pickett is the most injured. And all this does is say, okay, Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett, they don't have to prove themselves to earn this, stay on the team. They've already earned a spot on the team. But Shedeur, he has to prove himself. So we're going to throw his ass out there on the first team. And then it's like, okay, who's the offensive line that you're starting? Because the Carolina Panthers are starting their number 1 offense. So this is more collusion from the NFL. This is more collusion from the NFL. You can't tell me this isn't collusion from the NFL. You can't tell me that these owners are not coming together. You can't tell me that these owners are not coming together and saying, all right, let's make sure that has to go against the most fierce competition in NFL game speed with no first team reps. And then also, we're going to throw him out there against the Carolina's number 1 defense, their first team defense. So they have first team personnel in Carolina, and that may have been why they gave Shedeur those 3 reps, only 3 reps against the first team defense, because they're saying, oh, well, he is practicing with the first team. No, he's not. He got 3 reps against the first team defense in like practice, not 9 or 8 or something like that. Pickett and Gabriel, Adam says, oh, Pickett and Gabriel are both injured, bruh. If you're going to try and tell me the only injury that I believe is Kenny Pickett. That's the only injury I believe. I don't believe Dillon Gabriel is injured. He might be sore from fall camp. That's just what happens. He's sore. He's not injured. Those are two different things. Dillon Gabriel can get his ass up out there and play. If he was injured, why the hell is he getting reps? Why is he still getting reps? Nah, I mean, you're not going to convince me that Dillon Gabriel is injured. Maybe Kenny Pickett, just because. And the only reason why I'll give it to Kenny Pickett is because Kenny Pickett actually, there were witnesses who saw him fall, and there were teammates who said, yeah, that didn't look good for the hammy with Kenny Pickett. So there's actually witnesses who can corroborate that Kenny Pickett actually had an injury. With Dillon Gabriel, there are no witnesses who saw him limping, nobody who said that he was nursing a hamstring. They just come out, the day after Shedeur had his arm soreness. They came out and said, oh, well, Dillon Gabriel's nursing a hamstring injury too, just to give Dillon Gabriel an excuse for those two abysmal days, one where he went 3-14, the other when he went 11-22. In both of those days, he threw interceptions in fall camp. So they wanted to give him an excuse. They said, okay, say your hammy's hurt, but we'll still get you the same amount of reps. At least Kenny Pickett took a few days off, because I believe he probably couldn't really walk like that because he actually went down for real. So at least Kenny Pickett took a few days off. Dillon Gabriel took 0 days off. Even the day they announced he had a hamstring injury, he still got more reps than Shedeur. So we don't believe you. You need more people. And the Cleveland Browns and the NFL are definitely colluding against Shedeur. How do I know? Because, I mean, the big question is, what offensive line? I don't care if they give Shedeur third string receivers, because Shedeur's been working with those guys, man. He's got chemistry with those guys. He's going to make those guys look really good for either the Cleveland Browns or another NFL team to come pick them up. Shedeur is going to make those guys look really good. He's going to brighten them up. I'm not worried about the receiving core, even though I would love to have Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman. But they're out. They're sitting. Okay. They're sitting. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Kevin Stefanski said that they will also hold out wide receiver Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman from their first preseason game against the Panthers, but the rest of the other receivers will see playing time. So Shedeur has all those other receivers to work with. I'm not worried about it, even though we would have loved to see Shedeur Sanders throw it up to Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman, but they don't want Shedeur to look good. So they're trying to make sure that he gets the scrub of the scrubs. And I'm not saying those other guys are scrubs on the receiver core, but there are no Jerry Jeudy's or Cedric Tillman. So they're trying to make Shedeur look bad, or at least not give him the firepower that he deserves against the one defense. Okay, because he's going up against the one defense here in Carolina. So he's going up against the ones on defense in Carolina, and he's got no help. My question is, what O-lineman are they going to give Shedeur? Nobody's spoken on that. Are they going to give him the first team O-line? Because anything other than that on the Browns, I mean, you can call it a wrap. You can call it quits right there. Anything other than the one O-line is pretty much over. He's going to get mollywopped. And not by any of his fault. Here's Shedeur warming up early against in the joint practice. It's raining. He's the only one on the field. He's getting ready. But it won't be his fault. It won't be his fault. It won't be his fault. It's gonna be the fault of the coaches. It's gonna be the fault of whatever offensive line they put out there. but he's going to have to fight that as well. So he's got a bad O-line in the Cleveland Browns, and Lord have mercy. In the joint practice, the Cleveland Browns O-line looked horrible. They absolutely looked horrendous. Okay? They absolutely looked horrendous. That O-line was trash. They was getting worked. So if that's what they're giving Shedeur on Friday, tomorrow, I'm not going to feel good about it. I'm not going to feel good about it. So let's get into this article here. Browns injury report versus Panthers, 3 on offense ruled out. The Cleveland Browns will face off with the Carolina Panthers in week 1 of preseason action, but do not expect a lot of exotic looks or star players on the field. That doesn't mean there won't be a lot of excitement, especially with quarterback Shedeur Sanders starting for the Browns. Sanders gets the nod as veteran QB Joe Flacco doesn't need the early reps, and QBs Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel are nursing fake hamstring injuries. Oh, is fake in there? Oh, it's not in there? Oh, okay. My bad. I misread that. That are not worth risking in the first game. But it's okay to risk Shedeur Sanders when he, has a trash offensive line. All 4 seem to still have a chance to take the starting quarterback job, but Sanders has the most to prove and the longest way to go. Why is that? When he's proven himself in fall camp, having a 70% completion rating. Why does he have the furthest way to go when he proved himself in fall camp already with the most touchdowns and the least amount of turnovers, which is 0? Dylan Gabriel, who's fumbled multiple snaps because he can't see over the line, and his center has to bend down. The one center who's 6'6", 320 has to bend down way too low to snap Dylan Gabriel the ball because he's 5'6". I mean, come on. Come on. Okay? And this is the only coach who really fuck with Shedeur right here, too. Because he's been working with Shedeur like one-on-one a lot. And there goes the plantation owner, Jimmy Haslam. Or the Cleveland Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam, who's playing plantation politics, right? And you got Shedeur, and he's here kikiing it up with this coach, because this is the only coach that really believes in him, who's been hyping him up the whole time, watching him on the 3rd field, watching him on the 4th field when he's going with the 3s and the 4s, and watching him throw the ball, tell him, hey, nice ball there. Running routes for him because they had Shedeur throwing to freaking equipment managers and coaches. You got to be out your fucking mind. They're disrespecting this man. They don't want him to have practice with game speed, ability, talent. Okay? Cleveland has been playing it slow and safe with their 5th-round pick. Thursday afternoon, the team announced its injury report with Pickett and Gabriel ruled out. Against the Panthers, the Browns also ruled out O-line Zach Zinter, and noted cornerback Greg Newsome II is still dealing with a shoulder injury. So we're not really concerned about the cornerback here with Greg Newsome, because, if the defense stinks, I really don't care. I want to see Shedeur on offense, but we are concerned about Zach Zinter. We are concerned about Zach Zinter being out. Okay? Because he's got 2 years experience. He's 6'6", 310. He's a big guy. And, he's a guard. So he's an interior lineman. He's an interior lineman that we need to stop penetration. And Zach Zinter here. And I'll show you guys who Zach is. Went to the University of Michigan. 310. 6'6". He's out. He's an interior O lineman. And it's It's getting spooky. It's getting spooky. Okay. You know, he was an 85th overall pick. So obviously a guy who's going to help you on the offensive line. He's out. So are they giving Shedeur the number 1 O-line? Are they giving Shedeur the number 1 O-line? Because he's not getting 1 and 2 receivers here. All right. They're saying prior to kickoff Friday night, we are likely to get more details on which starters will also sit out the preseason opener. So they're leaving that up to chance. Are they going to give him a good shot with this O-line? That's all I care about. He deserves a good shot with the O-line, because if they try and get him hurt for this first preseason game, for real, with the trash, sorry-ass O-line, oh, it's going to be an uproar. It's going to be an uproar. Okay? So, yeah, look at this O-line. Oh, my God. They're fucking trash. They're trash, dude. Pray for Shedeur. Pray for Shedeur. This O-line ain't blocking nothing. This O-line can't block sunblock. You know what I'm saying? This O-line can't block an engine block. This shit is crazy. I mean, look at this shit. Boom. Defensive end gets right around them. Less than 2 seconds. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. Sack. This O-line is not adequate enough to protect Shedeur Sanders. So it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be on all Madden hard mode. Look at this. Look at this play. They even tried to do a run play, get 8 up. 8 up. Look, O lineman on his ass. Somebody got put on their ass. Handoff, gets 8 up. Wild. I mean, come on. The O line is not blocking. They ain't blocking shit. Okay. So, woo, Lord have mercy. Look at this one. Boom. Whoa. Whoa. Dude gets drove back 10 yards. Come on. Dude gets drove back 10 yards. And you're telling me this offensive line is prepared to protect Shedeur? You're telling me this offensive line is prepared to protect Shedeur? I'm actually scared for his safety. I'm scared for his health. No, seriously, I truly am. I truly am scared for Shedeur Sanders' health and safety. It really looks like they set my boy up to fail. Let's see. They got some more clips of the O-line. Lord have mercy. Here we go. It's going to be a long night. I mean, that was a good block, but I mean, you got a big guy on a small guy. I mean, they got to get their feet more active, man. They're looking better in these clips, but I'm still concerned. I don't like that right side. So Shedeur's definitely going to have to be peeking out of the corner of his eye, making sure that they're not letting defenders through. I don't know, man. It's just, look at this image that they captured. Whoa. La. Very much seems like they're setting bro up for failure. We got Jimmy Horn speaking on seeing Shedeur again.
It's gonna be exciting to see him again. You know, I can't wait to see how he's doing out there, like get to see him in person and stuff. So it's gonna be good to see him again. I talked to him enough, but you know, it's just gonna be good to see him again. It's gonna be exciting.
So he says it's good to see him again. Hopefully, he gets to see him in one piece after this preseason game, because Lord knows that they are setting bro up to. I mean, it's just like they haven't given him first team reps at all. What center is going to be snapping to him? Who's going to be the starting center? Who's going to be the starting center? We got Tony Groceries speaking on the joint practice between Carolina and the Cleveland Browns.
Sloppy is the word for it with all those flags. I mean, a couple of individuals look good, like I said, Flacco and Judy. They didn't throw an interception, but there were also several TBUs by the Panthers on the Browns offense. So I would say overall Carolina won this day. I don't know how much to put into this practice, but Carolina definitely had more winning plays, let's say, than the Browns.
Ouch. And that's Tony Grocery's assessment. We take that with a grain of salt because Tony Groceries, he's biased against Shedeur. Here's another clip from practice from the O-line. O-line's slow to get off the line. And his shuffle is not quick enough, not wide enough. Hold. That's a hold. That's a hold. I don't like it, man. Shedeur's going to have to be doing a lot of stepping up in the pocket. Shedeur's going to have to be doing a lot of stepping up in the pocket with this O-line. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is one of them that I saw too. It's one that I've seen too. Oh, ouch. Come on, man. And you get a low snap. And you got a low snap. Look at this snap. Low snap to the ground. Shout out to Pam C for the $3 super trap.
Oh, say less.
Really appreciate that. That goes to improving the quality of the show. Look at the whole line, though. Pushes him straight down. Oh, my God. This is going to be a disaster. Shedeur's going to have to do a lot of scrambling. Shedeur's going to have to do a lot of scrambling. Let's see. Here's a closer up view of Shedeur with Jimmy Horn. Brothers in arms. Both Colorado Buffaloes. They got the same kicks on. Damn near. You can't really hear what they're saying, but you can tell it's love. Oh, it was a pretty cloudy day out there in Charlotte. Pretty cloudy day. But y'all see what's going on here. The Browns are setting up Shedeur for failure. We had multiple people saying it too. Let's get into some of the commentary. Because you got Tony Grossi and Riz going back and forth, apparently. Let's see.
But even I,
from Cleveland, ESPN Cleveland. Let's go.
Your opinion that this season's all about Shedeur.
No, I don't.
That's where you're coming
and
from.
I like Shedeur, but even I don't think that. The year for me is about winning. But I like Shedeur and I'm rooting for him. Sue me. What are you going to do?
Well, we have the same opinion.
I'm respecting the people that like Shedeur. That's their guy.
Yeah, but Rizzy also said the Browns are in the entertainer business and they should do what the fans want to see. That's what you said. Go back and listen.
Tony,
if RJ play it back for
Tony,
you.
I know this is entertainment. NFL isn't life or death. The teams have to win or lose, but the fans can root for whoever the hell they want to. You're trying to tell them who to root for. You can't do that. The team wants to win. I want to win. But there are fans out there that just want Shedeur Sanders to play because they love him. Get over it.
Okay.
All right.
Let me say this.
Have fun in Charlotte.
Listen to you.
Have fun
in
Charlotte.
You don't want to hear it.
We'll all enjoy
You don't want to hear what I'm about to say.
We'll listen.
You don't want to hear what.
We'll listen to you today on the next level. I can't go on with this. I'm
sorry.
sorry. Goodbye.
Make one more point. One more point.
No.
Oh, shit. That was heated because Tony Groceries the other day took shots at Shedeur and tried to come at him for having a hurt arm. But we got another sports commentator giving his take on this situation. He says the Shedeur Sanders situation is a hostage situation.
Yeah, I feel like this is a hostage situation. You keep 4 quarterbacks on your roster so you don't put one of those young guys on practice squad and someone snatches them up. So you just keep them on your active roster. Now that bothers me because what if one of those spots could be utilized by a player that's desperately needed on offense, defense, or special teams?
Yep.
But you're gonna carry 4 quarterbacks on your 53-man roster. I don't know when the last time that has even been done in the National Football League.
Yeah.
Like that makes no sense whatsoever to me.
Right.
But let's just say.
And they have 6 quarterbacks. 4, that ultimately will be active or may be active, but they got 6 quarterbacks in that QB room as of now.
Dylan Gabriel is a guy that you wanted to put on practice squad, and you don't put him on practice squad because you're scared somebody else is going to snatch him up. Or let's just say a Shedeur Sanders, a guy who's leading in jersey sales right now.
Man, Shedeur Sanders don't deserve to be on no damn practice squad. Everybody freaking knows it.
You talk about all the rookies that were drafted. What if you decide to put him on practice squad? Do you think he's going to last for a week or 2 on the practice squad? I don't think so. So this is a hostage situation, Michelle Smallman. Call 911. Yeah, I feel like this is a hostage situation.
I need to go ahead and get my Shedeur Sanders jersey. I don't want to get, I'm gonna have to get it in from the NFL shop, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my Shedeur Sanders jersey, bruh. It's about time. It's about time. I'm putting it in my cart right now. I got to do it, man. I got to do it. I got to do it, man. I mean, here we go. I'll even show you guys. I got to get my Shedeur Sanders jersey, man. They got me. The NFL got me, y'all. I'm getting it. Y'all want to go ahead and get your jersey? NFL shop. Should I get an extra large or a large? Extra large might be too big. Ooh, and they got the white one. Ooh. Oh, they don't have a large in the white one. Damn. Okay, I'll get the brown one. I'll get the brown one. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna have to get both because the white one go crazy. The white one got stupid. Oh shit, man. Damn, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, they're gonna have to notify me. Let me remove my screen so I can get a notification when they get a white one in, because I'm gonna have to get a white one for show. But yeah, man, ordering my Shedeur Sanders jersey. It's not gonna be here. I should have ordered it the other day. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Should have ordered it the other day. I'm ordering it now. Okay? Because there's no reason why this man should not be our starting QB. Okay? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I believe he should start for the Browns. I really do. Let's see. See if we can go ahead and get this thing ordered. All right. Arrives by Wednesday. See, standard. Other would be Tuesday. Next business day would be Monday. Well, let's see. We're definitely getting it. But yeah, I'll show you guys some other clips of commentators speaking on the sabotage of Shedeur Sanders. Okay? Because they definitely are sabotaging the boy. We got Stephen A. Smith speaking on it, saying they set him up to fail.
But I'm going to answer this question by saying Shedeur Sanders. And I'm going to tell you why. I think he's being set up to fail. That's right. I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Here we are on national television, right? There's been 11 practices, if I remember correctly. He's been starting against he's been playing against the third unit.
Fair use.
He's fourth on the depth chart. And then suddenly you throw him into the start lineup, and he hasn't had any reps with the first team at all. Think about that. So you're just going to throw him to the wolves like that, huh?
Yeah, of course they are, because it's plantation politics. That's all it was ever going to be. That's all it was ever going to be. That's what the Cleveland Browns set it up for. That's what Jimmy Haslam set it up for. That's what he said earlier in his conversation. He said, yo, boom, plantation politics. I mean, he didn't say that verbatim, but we all understand that it's plantation politics. Shedeur has been outperforming all of the quarterbacks with the least amount of reps in training camp. And they refuse to give him first-team reps because they don't want him to look too good. That's what it's come down to. And it's sad, but unfortunately, this is what a lot of different players have had to go through, you know. A lot of different players have had to go through, but honestly, I haven't seen it this bad before. I haven't seen the plantation politics at this level before. Okay? I've never seen it at this level before. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this situation. I'll let Stephen A. Smith finish up here.
I mean, you know, if he had first team snaps in practice, I don't say that.
Right.
But he doesn't. And then all of a sudden he's starting tomorrow night. It's like you want him to fail. I'm not accusing the coaches of doing this. I'm not accusing the GM.
Well, why not? Why not? The coach has the ultimate decision on who's getting reps and who's not. Kevin Stefanski has he makes the call for personnel. He makes the call for personnel. Kevin Stefanski makes the call for personnel. This ain't no this ain't no, oh, I don't blame the coaches. I don't blame the GM. I mean, even Andrew Berry, I didn't like the way he was talking about, drafting Shedeur, but we'll keep Andrew Berry out of this because at least he made the call, according to Jimmy Haslam. At least he took the risk on Shedeur. So we appreciate that, I guess. We appreciate that, I guess. But at the same time, the plantation politics are still being played. And that's just the reality. Because Kevin Stefanski makes the personnel call, he could easily tell the OC, hey, let's get Shedeur some first-team reps today. Whether it be 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, let's give Shedeur some first-team reps today. So, and he didn't do that. He didn't do that. So obviously we're sitting up here saying, yo, I mean, what happened? What happened? Why can't Shedeur get first-team reps? He didn't get any first-team reps against the Carolina Panthers joint practice. Why is that? I mean, Shedeur is going to have to scramble on, I'm going to say on 50% of these passing plays, the O-line is going to completely collapse. The O-line is going to completely collapse. And that's just a fact. So he has to be ready for that. He has to adjust to that. He has to adapt to that. And, he's going to have to be playing at a very high speed, high level. And he's going to have to recognize the complete absolving of the offensive line, because it's gonna fucking, oh my god, I can't even imagine how the O-line's gonna be, or how bad the O-line's gonna be, because they're not even telling us who's starting in the O-line. We already know that Shedeur's not getting any real weapons at wide receiver. No disrespect to those other wide receivers, but we already know you ain't getting Cedric Tillman, you ain't getting Jerry Jeudy. So who else are we throwing it to? But I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried. I mean, I kind of am, because the O-line ain't going to give them much time. And are the receivers going to be able to get open? That's the question. That's the question. So Mary Kay Cabot comes and throws subliminals again, talking about some of the 5 Browns quarterbacks currently on the roster, not counting Deshaun Watson, who's on active. He's hurt. Tyler Huntley is the only Pro Bowler. Really? Really? No disrespect to Tyler Huntley, because we rock with Snoop. You know what I'm saying? We want him to get an opportunity somewhere. We know it's not going to be with the Cleveland Browns, but we want him to get an opportunity somewhere.
I'm doing this. But that owner, Mr. Haslam, that's a different animal right there. Mr. $230 million guaranteed deal to Deshaun Watson. And then he's going to come out this time around. I had nothing to do with this pick. I didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, that wasn't me. That was GM Barry. That wasn't me. The owner sitting up there. It wasn't me. Wasn't me. Yo, wasn't me. That's what he was saying. And I'm saying, really? That's what we doing now?
Yep. Pretty much. pretty much that's what we're doing now. So Stephen A weighs in and gives his take on it. The fans are giving their takes on it as well. The fans are giving their take on it as well. They're saying no first team reps, weird camp usage, nonsensical lead up to starting. Watch Shedeur ball out anyways. Yep. And we believe he's going to ball out. We believe it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be on all Madden. It's going to be on all Madden, but we believe he's going to ball out. Okay. We believe he's going to be able to overcome it. But this is going to be the most watched preseason NFL game ever, most likely. Because people want to see Shedeur play. Okay. And then we got Nick Wright talking Shedeur. We got Nick Wright talking Shedeur. Let's match on it. Not sure if I'm going to like it, but
a best case scenario for Shedeur. If I'm Shedeur, I am hoping beyond hope I get 3 quarters that I look decent and the Los Angeles Rams call the Browns so I can be their 3rd string quarterback. Because the Rams story right now is Matt Stafford's got a bad back. And that is really concerning. And their backup quarterback, while a fine backup quarterback, has his own injury concerns, which is Jimmy Garoppolo. If I'm Shedeur, there will be no media attention like, should he be the starter? Stafford's there. And for the Rams, it gives you a chance.
So he's saying that Shedeur should do good so he can go to the Rams. Here's a funny one here. We got somebody saying the plan for Shedeur on Friday.
Go.
He throwing the ball to himself. Throw that bitch and catch it.
Go.
Yo. And it's unfortunate that that's really what it's come down to. But without Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman, you don't really have any star receivers going against the Carolina Panthers 1 defense. Okay? So you got Myles Garrett who weighs in on Shedeur. Let's see what he says.
I mean, he's funny, he's optimistic, lighthearted. But he works hard. You know, he takes it seriously, his craft, and he's watching what the others are doing and you know, doing it his own way in which only he can. So, you know, looking forward to see him, you know, during these preseason games and you know, how he manages the offense. But you know, I think he looks good, but all the guys look good right now. I mean,
so, you know, very politically correct answer, professional answer. Definitely understand that. What the hell? The Madden look for Shedeur is crazy. They didn't get his likeness close to even right. But we know Shedeur is going to ball out, you know. He's definitely been making moves. We've seen him make big plays in camp. Now it's time for it to translate. And hopefully they give him an O-line that, you know, is going to protect him. That's all we can wish for. But I definitely think he's going to need our prayers because it's going to be a prayer for him to get even more than 3 seconds. More than 3 seconds in the pocket with the Cleveland Browns offensive line. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. Pam C, thank you for the $3 super chat for sponsoring this stream. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship request to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your freaking team with the BS. You already know.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.